Senior Munford cooking show. They will help you make food like a pro. Like a pro.
Hi, so welcome back to another episode of the
Junior and Senior Munford Cooking Show.
So welcome back, guys. So this week is all about cooking with a plan using the Dovetail cooking method. When you have to make more than one dish, so if you're cooking two dishes and maybe a starter and a dessert or a starter main course, whatever you're cooking, you kind of need to dovetail these things together so that when you're planning your cooking, it all fits together well and you end up with your dishes prepared and delivered at the same time. So, Junior, what are we actually cooking today to demonstrate these particular aspects of a dovetail plan?
Okay, so today we're going to cook the Bosh Boys Sunny Sri Lankan curry.
Beautiful.
And Jamie Oliver's vegan chocolate cheesecake.
Fantastic. That's absolutely marvellous. So, with these two dishes, what particular aspects of them fit really well with demonstrating this dovetail blend situation?
So basically, first off, we need to start by getting the butternut squash roasting for the curry, and then whilst that's roasting in the oven, we're going to get our cheesecake biscuit base sorted and chilling in the fridge.
Fantastic.
Okay, and then the last part is we're going to have to get the rest of the curry done whilst it's chilling and roasting. So lots of things to keep an eye out for.
So there's a lot of things all happening at the same time here, isn't there? Fantastic. Right, so first off, we're going to get this butternut squash in the oven.
Yep.
Because that takes about 20 minutes, I think, half an hour, doesn't it? So fabulous. Right, Junior, do you want to get that? We're preheating a tray in the oven, a little bit of oil on it, and we are going to chuck carefully, I might add, we are going to chuck carefully this butternut squash into the oil, which is quite hot. So always be careful when you do that, because it will splash. Fantastic. Right, let's pop that in the oven. So you could safely say stage one complete. So, what have we got here, Junior?
We've got some Oreo biscuits. I've blended them on high power for about a minute or two till they're pretty dusty. A few lumps in there, but
so you could, if you didn't want to blend them, you could just like beat the living daylights out of them.
Exactly.
With a rolling pin in
Quite
a bag or something
experience.
like that.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Okay,
And we've melted a little bit of butter, 30 grams, just over a tablespoon.
Lovely.
And we're just going to pour that in.
So that just helps kind of bind it all together and make your base a nice solid
Exactly.
base for everything else, doesn't it?
And as we all know, butter in the fridge is it's quite solid, so it's all set.
Yeah.
Once you put it in the fridge.
Lovely. So these are those sort of like creamy Oreos, aren't they? The double cream ones. So you do get a little bit of extra creaminess in your base. So we're using one of those springform tins, and you know this is the springform bit, and then when you undo it, the base should slide up. There you go. Which makes it a whole lot easier to get your cheesecake out once you've got your mixture in there and it's been sat in the fridge. Wicked. Right,
And that's ready.
Are we going to pop that in? Marvellous. Lovely.
We're just going to spread that about a bit. Probably not going to seem like a lot of base really, but we're not particularly big sweet fanatics or anything.
I do like a lot of base, but not in my cheesecake.
No.
See, it's because I've lined the tray with quite a lot of butter as well, so it doesn't stick. It's quite hard to get the base to stick to it, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's sort of, it's not moving very much, but
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
use a couple of tools. And there's always a way around these sort of things.
Fantastic. Squashing that into all the corners.
Really, you just want a nice sort of covering here.
Nice even layer on your base. So I think this has got to chill in the fridge for about half an hour at least. before you add your kind of cheesecake topping to that, which in our case is going to be a bit of a chocolate situation. Beautiful. How you doing there, Junior?
We're nearly there. I'm just patching up any little gaps.
Nice. That's looking a little bit now smoother now, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You've got a nice decent colour in there. Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Right, so are we popping that in the fridge?
That goes in the fridge.
Pop that in the fridge, Junior. Marvellous. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so so we've got our cheesecake base chilling in the fridge. We've got our butternut squash cooking in the oven, and we also kept the seeds from the butternut squash, didn't we, Junior? Roasted them because we like those. I like to just eat them actually after being roasted.
Lovely snack. Very healthy as well.
Yeah, absolutely delicious. And a few cashews, just in the same tin, weren't they? Just how long are they in the oven for?
About 6 to 8 minutes.
6 to 8 minutes. And you do use the cashews in your curry. Gives it a nice sort of creamy edge to it.
Bit of texture as well.
Absolutely.
The garnish, yeah.
All about the texture. Right, so whilst that's all happening, obviously we've got timers on the oven, so we know what's going on there. Junior is going to chop up all the veg in preparation for our curry. Okay, so here we go. We've got all our ingredients chopped for the curry, and we've got our pan nice and hot. Bit of oil in there, Junior.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get frying this stuff off. So it's all your onions, peppers. What else are we frying first? Onions, peppers.
Onions, peppers, and that's it.
Right.
A little bit
Okay.
of salt.
Beautiful. Get that in there. So pretty much a kind of standard kind of curry at this point, but this Sri Lankan curry is rather nice. Not too spicy. It's a really nice kind of creamy, very rich. Lots of flavours going on. Give yourself a stir, Junior. Lovely. So while that's sort of like gently cooking there, Junior, what else goes into this one?
So we've got a spice mix of turmeric, curry powder. We use the madras. It's got a tablespoon of mustard seeds and some curry leaves in there. Beautiful. And that's it for our spice mix. And then we've got a bit of garlic, a bit of chilli, some creamed coconut, which is really that's the sort of heart of the creaminess there. It's really very, very rich.
Because you've got your tin of coconut milk, haven't you? But you've also got that cream coconut, which does give it a real richness, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's a real favourite in the Munford house, this one. This is Munford's favourite curry, I think, isn't it, at the moment? The old Sri Lankan. And then the butternut squash that we're roasting, that goes in at the very end. Because we've roasted it, it's cooked enough already, isn't it, really? We'll just put it in at the end just to absorb all the curry flavours. The spinach or the chard, that goes in at the end as well. It just needs to wilt.
Yeah.
And coriander, we'll just pop that in the end as well. That just needs to wilt and mix into the flavours, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Bit of lime as well at the end there.
That's right, yeah.
Fantastic.
So really this will take about 4 to 6 minutes for the peppers to soften. The onion needs to get a bit see-through.
Okay, so we've been cooking it now probably 4 or 5 minutes.
That's right, 4 or 5.
Okay, what's in next, Junior?
Okay, so next is the garlic and the chilli.
Lovely. Bit of ginger in there as well, I think, wouldn't we?
That's right, yeah. Garlic, ginger,
Can
chilli.
smell those flavours going out now.
And the spices.
Lovely. Whoa.
You just want to stir until that's all nicely coated.
So just kind of toasting those spices, isn't it, really?
We'd recommend turning it down to about a 4 at this point.
4 electric,
or
maybe
medium.
medium heat on your gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those mustard seeds do need a little bit of toasting, don't they?
They certainly
Soften
do.
them up a bit. Can be rather crunchy if you don't cook those long
You
enough.
might hear them popping a little bit as well. They do like to jump up and pop.
They do, yes, that's good. It's a quality control point in there, isn't it? Right there, Junior.
Hazard analysis going on.
Watch out for those jumping mustard seeds. Can be very dangerous. I'm not sure you probably need goggles to cook this, but you know, just be something to be mindful of.
Some Indian kitchens, they do actually, they wear gas masks because the smell of the spice and the chilies is so strong
Wow.
that you choke on it otherwise. There you go.
I think we'll be alright though.
We'll be fine.
I think we'll be okay at the moment. Probably a normal extraction fan would probably do the job, wouldn't it?
Okay, so that's toasting nicely.
Fantastic.
And after about a minute here, all we need is a minute really. Maybe even add a little bit of oil
Yeah.
to speed it up a bit.
Don't want it too dry in there, do you?
And get your heat back up if you need to.
Beautiful.
And so we're going to add half our coconut, our creamed coconut, and a tin of coconut milk. So get your can of coconut milk ready.
Yeah. So a whole can of coconut milk
Whole can of milk.
and just half your cream coconut.
And just half the cream coconut. The rest is for garnish at the end.
Oh, okay, lovely. Fantastic. Right, so tomato puree as well, is that going there? Is that going
That's
over there
right.
now?
We quite like the sun-dried tomato puree, don't we? It's a bit more...
We do, one of our
Flavour
favourites
stuff.
that is, yeah. I find the other stuff's a little bit kind of sharp, isn't it?
Yeah.
The regular stuff, but fine for this job. She's got a lot of sweet things going on in there with that situation. Wonderful. Bless you, Junior. I reckon that's all them spices, isn't
It
it?
probably is all those spices. It's a good way of seeing if they're done actually, because the fragrance will hit you. We're going to add that coconut milk in there. Turn it down a little bit. Try not to lose any out the side.
Oh, no, I'll tell you those thick bits from the top.
Yeah.
I want to keep those.
And then we're going half the creamed coconut.
Measured out very precisely there, Junior. I'll do that. Oh, that's starting to look absolutely beautiful now, isn't it? So, you know, although it doesn't look like there's a lot in that curry at the moment, you've got to remember butternut squash.
Yeah.
He's coming in later, isn't he? And a little bit of the old wilted chard or spinach, whatever you've got knocking about. And, you know, you could substitute these things. If you haven't got peppers, you could put something else in there. You could put a bit of carrot in there if you wanted to. Doesn't have to be peppers.
Sweet potato instead of the butternut
Yeah,
squash.
sweet potato instead of butternut squash would be rather nice. So, you know, always adapt as and when you can. Okay, so whilst our curry is gently cooking on the stove over here, we're going to carry on with our cheesecake. Another wonderful dovetail opportunity here. And we're going to do the first part of that because our base chilled in there nicely. It's been in there for half an hour now. So what's the first bit, Junior? What are we doing first?
So we're going to add our silken tofu in. Comes in a little box just like that.
It's quite unusual looking stuff, isn't it?
Very
Nice silken
unusual.
tofu. It's not like your normal tofu. You know, nothing like it at all. It is very smooth, silky.
It's like a sort of block of scrambled egg. That's what it makes me think of. But
You're putting me off this cheesecake, Junior.
sorry,
I've got to say.
sorry, are you?
Right, so silken tofu's in there.
Tablespoon of cocoa powder.
Lovely.
And this is obviously for 4, this cheesecake.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is a Jamie Oliver vegan chocolate cheesecake, and it was for about 8 to 10 people. It was a massive, great thing. We're not, you know, we haven't got massive sweet tooth, so we don't really use all that much. So what's going in now, Junior?
So we've got a couple of teaspoons of icing sugar.
Fabulous.
We've got 100 mils of plant milk. I'm not going to guess that.
Oh,
to
do
be
you want a little
honest.
jug for that, Junior? Measure that out.
Yeah.
There you go, son. Look at that. I reckon you probably could have guessed that, you know.
Probably.
So,
Good glug or two.
I forgot
maybe.
to mention another Dovetail opportunity here is while we're doing this, we have got our chocolate melting over here on the stove. In fact, it has melted beautifully. Look at that, fantastic. Let's just give that a little stir. Lovely. So that has melted beautifully over there. And if we come back over here, so a couple of points about melting chocolate, safety control points here. One I know very well, don't let that bowl touch the water.
And obviously,
you end up with a cracked bowl.
You want to use the double boiler technique. If you Google that, you should find some results. And it's where you use a little heat-proof bowl on top of a saucepan, little splash of boiling water so it doesn't touch the bowl. And the steam actually melts the chocolate rather than direct heat. It stops the chocolate from burning and going horrible.
Because once you overcook that chocolate, it sort of curdles, and then you've had it. You've got to bin it and start all over again. Amount of people I've seen just chuck their chocolate straight in the pan.
I mean, you'd think, wouldn't you? But
shocking.
no.
Absolutely shocking. Right, so chocolate's melted, and while that was melting, obviously we were doing this.
We're going to put a tablespoon of lemon juice. I believe this will be to help it set.
It does, yeah, because it reacts, doesn't it, with the tofu and the milk, kind of curdling the whole situation. I think you've chucked your salt
also
in.
put half a teaspoon of salt in there.
Half a teaspoon of salt in there, fantastic.
That will sort of contrast nicely.
So we're now going to pop that in the blender. Okay, so what's happened, Junior? We seem to have some beautiful blended situation in there.
So we've melted the chocolate with the coconut oil.
Right,
We've got the cocoa powder, the tofu. All of those ingredients are blended, and then we've combined the lot. And it's actually quite thick now. It's kind of like a mousse.
It's quite gelatinous, isn't
Exactly.
it?
Yeah.
That looks absolutely lovely, doesn't it?
So that's-
must admit, I was a bit worried it was going to be a bit runny.
Yeah.
But-
We haven't tried this one before. have
No,
we?
this
So-
is, it's a new one for us. Absolutely new one.
First
Right,
try.
so you're going to chuck it on, Junior?
Yeah. And I'm just sort of pouring it all about, really, getting a nice even coverage. Looks ample amounts, which is good.
Does, looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it? Cake spatula essential at this point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get all that extra stuff out of your blender. And we've got to say, like, it is essential that you blend this. If you're going to follow this particular chocolate cheesecake recipe, which does look delicious, by the way, you really want to make sure you blend it. You can't just be whisking that or anything, can you?
No, that tofu really needs to be broken down
Fantastic.
so it's nice and smooth.
Look at that, that's beautiful, isn't it?
I think that's ready for the fridge.
Absolutely beautiful. Right, so we're going to pop that in the fridge. 3 hours?
3 hours.
So this takes 3 hours in the fridge. Obviously it's not going to take us 3 hours to cook the rest of our curry, because we've only got a few last minute bits to do, haven't we? Which we'll do in a minute. But as with most curries, they really benefit from sitting around in a pan for a couple of hours, don't they?
They do.
So we've kind of got this all prepared, really, so that everything will be nicely done.
All those flavours will be marinating together.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
fantastic. Wicked. Right, let's pop that in the fridge.
Let's go.
Okay, so cheesecake's chilling in the fridge for 3 hours, and we just got the last final touches for the curry. So, what's the last couple of things that have got to go in there, Junior?
So the butternut squash has got to go in there. A little bit of chard, we're taking the stalks out. So we start with the
Beautiful.
butternut squash.
So obviously that was roasted in the oven whilst we were doing everything else, which kind of makes life really nice and easy because it's cooked. It's literally just going in there to absorb a few curry flavours.
It's pretty tender, isn't it? It's,
But I know I say this every time, but when you roast butternut squash, the flavour is so much better than if you just chucked it in there. Because you could just throw it in there and cook it with everything else. But
Same for a lot of veg, isn't it? Broccoli we really like. Courgette is another
but
beautiful
roasted
one.
broccoli, absolutely sensational.
Chard's going in.
Chard, right, yeah, fantastic.
And you just, with things like this, you want to just sort of bury them in there. Almost.
Buried up in the hot juices of your curry. Fantastic. That is absolutely lovely. So that's really just like a bit of a wilting situation going on there, isn't it?
That's it.
You should start to see it sort of go a sort of darker green colour. Quite pale at the moment, but as it wilts it will go into a much darker colour. Beautiful.
So I mean, really, at this point, you could kind of leave that to simmer, couldn't you?
Well, I mean, really everything's cooked though, isn't it, Junior? Because I mean, we don't really need much of a simmering type situation, really. I don't think. I think probably just your lime's got to go in there, isn't it?
That's it.
And then really you could, because what we're going to do is we're just going to leave that curry in the pan, heat off for the next sort of couple of hours whilst that cheesecake's chilling, and that should give it ample time to wilt nicely. And then over here, just to remind viewers of what we were doing earlier, so in here we were roasting our cashews and also those butternut squash seeds, and there's the remainder of your creamed coconut and a little bit of coriander. These are really all just your garnishes at the end, so as you're dishing up you're going to add a little bit of creamed coconut which will melt beautifully into the curry, a little bit of coriander, just like chop those leaves up, sprinkle a few of those over the dish, and a few pumpkin butternut squash seeds and a little bit of cashew. Box your uncle, really.
Beautiful.
Okay, so here we are in the Munford kitchen garden, and I think our 2-course meal preparation went very well, particularly because of our planning, time planning, dovetail planning, getting all those tasks done simultaneously. It was quite a lot of effort, wasn't it, Junior?
It was, yeah.
Hard work, but I think made a lot easier by the planning. So the curry turned out absolutely beautifully. We've done that a few times, haven't we? But I reckon that was probably our best ever. Now you reckon?
Yep.
Definitely our best ever.
Tasty, wasn't it? Really rich, really kind of delicious, full flavoured.
Yeah, without being too spicy.
Yeah.
You know, even Mrs. Munford was quite pleased with that.
Quite mild, yeah.
Absolutely. We did sprinkle a few little chilli flakes on there just to spice it up a little bit for those who wanted it a bit more spicy. But what about that cheesecake?
Oh, it's delightful, delightful.
Now that was something else, wasn't it?
For a vegan cheesecake, it really had that rich, decadent, chocolatey goodness to it, you know?
It was totally, absolutely out of this world. Really nice. Very difficult not to have another slice, but you know, we did stick with just the one.
We did have a big one though.
We did have a.
It wasn't a slither.
No, it was not a slither.
Far
it was
from.
Quite a large chunk, gotta say. But anyway, absolutely beautiful. So there you go. Dovetail plan cooking done. Another successful episode of the Junior
And Senior Munford Cooking Show.
See you next time, guys.
Junior, Senior Munford Cooking Show. What will they make next? Nobody knows.